Welcome back, friends. So today I am bringing you another keto cook with me. Today we are making keto low carb red lobster cheddar biscuits. So let me go ahead and read off the ingredients to you. We're going to be using 2 cups of almond flour, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, 1.5 teaspoon each of the garlic and onion powder, half a teaspoon of the kosher salt, fresh cracked pepper, a 1/4 cup of green onions finely chopped, 2 eggs beaten, half a cup of melted grass-fed butter. You guys know I always buy the unsalted Kerrygold. I have already melted it. It's cooling off. You want to make sure that it's cool before you use it because you don't want it to cook your eggs. And then you want half a cup of cheddar cheese. I am going to be using the extra sharp cheddar from a Cracker Barrel. I love this. I love this. This absolutely is one of my favorite cheddars. And obviously I like to go ahead and shred it myself. You want to shred your own because it melts better. It doesn't have that anti-caking ingredient that they put in there for the pre-shredded cheese, and also it's more keto friendly, right? There's no carbs. The other cheese gives you about, a carb. But anyway, use what works for you. This is what I'm using, and I'm going to go ahead and shred it. So what I'm going to go ahead and do first is I'm going to get all my dry ingredients together and then all my wet ingredients together in separate bowls, and then we'll mix everything up. So if you want to see how these biscuits turn out, keep on watching and come cook with me. First thing we're going to do is we are going to preheat the oven at 350 degrees. I am doing double oven duty today because I am making some chicken in this one, and then my biscuits are going to be going in the bottom half. I already have my pan lined with parchment paper. This, I forgot to mention, is going to make 6 good size rolls. So now what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to get all my dry ingredients together and whisk up my eggs in a different bowl. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and add in 2 cups of my almond flour into my bowl. If you don't have a sifter, just make sure there are no clumps in your flour. So I used to have a sifter. I don't know what happened to it. I'm just going to take a fork and make sure there's no clumps in my flour. So that was 1 cup. It's my 2nd cup. And I'm just going to go ahead and go through with my fork. Okay, so next you want to add in your 2 teaspoons of baking powder. Half a teaspoon of garlic and onion powder. Half a teaspoon of kosher salt. A couple of cracks of the black pepper. You add in as much as you want. And then just mix it all really, really good. I'm just going to keep using my fork just to make sure that there's no clumps. I am going to go ahead and just use a fork to whisk my 2 eggs together. Okay, so now that my eggs are scrambled, I'm going to go ahead and add in my butter. butter smells so good. All right, now we got our wet ingredients and our dry ingredients. I'm gonna go ahead and pour in the wet into the dry. So we're gonna just use a spatula to mix it all really good. It smells so delicious, you guys. So now that everything is combined, I'm gonna go ahead and add in my green onions and my half a cup of cheddar that I grated myself. And we'll go ahead and combine that all up. Oh, it smells even better now with the cheddar and then the green onion. Mmm. Looks good, smells delicious. Okay, so it says to take a 1/4 cup and almost fill it to the top with the dough, and that's gonna be your ball, like your one biscuit. And you form it into a ball. And give them enough room. Okay, so I ended up getting 9 biscuits. I hope that that's enough room. It should be. I'm gonna go ahead, pop them in the oven for 20 to 25 minutes. Keep your eye on them, bake until they're a little golden brown. So I just checked them. They're just about done. See that? I'm gonna leave it in for like 30 more seconds and then take them off. Okay, so this is what they ended up looking like. They are nice and golden brown on the bottom. I'll show you. See that? So I'm gonna go ahead and just transfer them over to a wire rack. It says to let them cool for about 15 minutes and then you can enjoy.